We all know that our U.S. colleagues on August 20 handed to the President of the Council a letter with the claim that U.S. allegedly triggers a snapback process as foreseen by the OP11 of the UN Security Council Resolution 2231. Almost all Council members responded immediately by their letters to the President. As far as we can judge, in these letters, an overwhelming majority of the member states explicitly stated that the letter from the United States can't be considered as a notification as per paragraph 11 of UN Security Council Resolution 2231. Nor does it trigger the snapback procedure, since the US has ceased its participation in the JCPOA. The United States is the only member of the Security Council that claims the opposite. We therefore would like to ask you a question, Mr. President. Could you inform us about the results of your bilateral consultations with member states of the Security Council that you held after receiving a US letter, as well as to clarify what is your view of the US claim and how are you going to proceed in this situation? In particular, Mr. President, do you intend to follow the procedures foreseen by OP11 of the Security Council Resolution 2231? I thank you, Mr. President.
The U.S. is no longer a JCPOA participant. JCPOA participants and the overwhelming majority of Council members believe that U.S. demand for restoring UN sanctions on Iran has no legal ground and goes against the common views, and the snapback mechanism shall not be deemed as invoked. It's my strong wish, Mr. President, that you can inform the Council members what's your position on the U.S. letter and what's your plan to guide the discussion at the Security Council in this regard. And thank you, Mr. President.
There are questions posed to me. On the Russian Federation question, as well as others, having consulted with members and received letters from many member countries, it is clear for me that there is one member which has a particular position on the issues, while there are significant numbers of members who have contesting views. In my view, there is no consensus in the Council. Thus, the President is not in the position to take further action. Thank you.
The United States is not a JCPOA participant state under UN Security Council Resolution 2231 anymore, and therefore do not consider that the United States notification is effective. End of quote. This procedure being the so-called snapback procedure.
And let me just make it really, really clear. The Trump administration has no fear in standing in limited company on this matter in light of the unmistakable truth guiding our actions. I only regret that other members of this council have lost their way and now find themselves standing in the company of terrorists.
دیان دیجانی، سفیر اندونزی و رئیس دوره شورای امنیت سازمان ملل متحد روز سه‌شنبه چهارم شهریور گفته با توجه به مخالفت 13 عضو با اقدام ایالات متحده برای فعال کردن مکانیسم ماشه درباره رژیم ایران، این شورا در جایگاهی نیست که اقدام بیشتری را انجام دهد. این موضوع باعث شده در لانه خامنه‌ای کفتاران سوروساتی برپا کنند و از این اظهار نظر سفیر اندونزی در مقام ریاست دوره شورای امنیت به عنوان یک شکست بزرگ برای امریکا یاد کنند. این موضوع را سفیر اندونزی که ریاست دوره شورای امنیت برای ماه آگوست را بر عهده دارد، در نشستی در خصوص خاورمیانه و در پاسخ به پرسش نمایندگان روسیه و چین درباره درخواست ایالات متحده برای فعال کردن مکانیسم ماشه مطرح کرد. اما کلیکرافت، سفیر ایالات متحده در سازمان ملل، پس از اظهارات دیان دیجانی از آن به شدت انتقاد کرد. کلیکرافت خطاب به اعضای شورای امنیت گفت: بگذاریم این موضوع را خیلی روشن و شفاف اعلام کنم که دولت پرزیدنت ترامپ از اینکه در این موضوع به تنهایی بایستد ترسی ندارد. خانم کرافت گفته که درخواست ایالات متحده مبنای قانونی دارد و مخالفت اعضای شورای امنیت تأثیر حقوقی بر آن نخواهد داشت. سفیر ایالات متحده اضافه کرد: فقط من متاسف هستم که دیگر اعضای این شورا راه خود را گم کردند و اکنون می‌بینند که در کنار تروریست ها ایستادند. دولت ایالات متحده تاکید کرده با استفاده از تمامی ابزارهای دیپلماتیکی که دارد مانع از برچیده شدن تحریم‌های تسلیحاتی جمهوری اسلامی خواهد شد. در همین زمینه وزیر امور خارجه ایالات متحده پیشتر با اشاره به فرایند 30 روزه‌ای که قطعنامه 2231 شورای امنیت سازمان ملل برای فعال شدن مکانیسم ماشه پیش بینی کرده گفته بود که از روز 31 تحریم‌ها علیه رژیم ایران باز می‌گردد و همه کشورهای عضو سازمان ملل نیز باید از آن تبعیت کنند. پیش از این نیز برایان هوک نماینده ویژه امریکا در امور ایران نیز گفته بود که امریکا نیازی به مجوز کسی برای استفاده از مکانیسم ماشه ندارد و رژیم ایران خود داوطلبانه تعهدات هسته‌ای‌اش را نقض کرده. آقای هوک حمایت یا بی‌اعتنایی متحدین امریکا به این تصمیم واشنگتن را فاقد اهمیت دانسته و اعلام کرده روز آدینه 31 مرداد ماه روز نخست از این دوره 30 روزه بود.
For months and months, we have told the Council that President Trump would never allow the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism to freely buy and sell planes, tanks, missiles, and other kinds of conventional weapons. The countries of the Middle East, most familiar with Iran's terror, pressed us to stay true to our commitment. We reminded members of our right under Resolution 2231 to trigger snapback and our firm intent to do so in the absence of courage and moral clarity by the Council. It can be of no surprise that we have arrived here today. As Secretary Pompeo stated from UN grounds last week with absolute clarity, America won't join in this failure of leadership. America will not appease. America will lead. The leadership begins with recognizing the Islamic Republic of Iran for what it truly is, a theocratic, revolutionary, brutish regime that will not voluntarily seek peace or make life better for the Iranian people. And let me just make it really, really clear. The Trump administration has no fear in standing in limited company on this matter in light of the unmistakable truth guiding our actions. I only regret that other members of this council have lost their way and now find themselves standing in the company of terrorists.